we have seen that the male reproductive system, parts of male reproductive system. The primary sex organ is the pair of testes, where it is present, what is the structure, we have seen. The glands which contribute in the formation of semen, seminal vesicle, prostate, bulbourethral gland. The ducts, epidermis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct, urethra. That is the pathway of sperm to the exterior from the testis to the external environment. And supportive structures is scrotum, penis, male copulatory organ, and spermatic cord. In the last lecture, we have seen about the details about each and every part of the reproductive system. In the last lecture, we have seen the cut when we take a cut section across the lobule or one of the compartment of the testis, we can see various seminiferous tubules. This is one seminiferous tubule, this one is another, hexagonal-like structures. And in between the seminiferous tubules, we are having the connective tissue, blood vessel, lymphatics, and these are the blood vessels. And the cells, these cells, they are called as Leydig cells. Here you can see the Leydig cells. Leydig cells, blood vessel, connective tissue surrounding the seminiferous tissue, seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules forms 80% mass of the testis and 20% mass it is formed by the connective tissue, Leydig cell, blood vessel, lymphatics, nerve, all other things. These Leydig cells, we have seen that they serve the function of testosterone hormone. The seminiferous tubules are the factories where the sperms they are formed. Here, when we take a cut section of the seminiferous tubule, here you can see the two types of cells that are seen in the seminiferous tubule, and in the center, one cavity, it is called as the lumen of seminiferous tubules. We have seen about these cells, Sertoli cells. They are also called as stenocular cells, or they are also called as nurse cells. These triangle-shaped, pyramidal-shaped cells with large nuclei and one nucleus. We have seen the function of these cells in the last lecture and the various stages of spermatogenesis. Spermatogonium, the basic germ cell, the primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, spermatid, and in the recesses of this pyramidal cell, Sertoli cell, embedded the heads of spermatozoa. They are not released in the lumen of seminiferous tubule. 5 to 7 to 8 layers of various stages of development of spermatogenesis. The nurse cell, two types of cells that are seen in an adult seminiferous tubule. When we take a cut section of a child seminiferous tubule, you can see this basal layer only. Whatever the spermatogonium, diploid germ cell, we know the gametes, they are haploid in nature. N number of chromosomes they are present, 23, 22 autosomes and one sex chromosome. Likewise, in egg, you will have, after fertilization, just before fertilization, second meiotic division complete, and it will contain 22 eggs. Each egg, the sperm will contain 22 X or 22 Y chromosome. 2N chromosomes, 46 number of chromosomes, out of which 44 are autosomes and 2 sex chromosomes. They divide some mitotic division, some meiotic division, and they will form a haploid structure that is called as spermatozoa. 7 to 8 layers, and in child you will have only this layer, basic layer, which is attached to the basement membrane, spermatogonium, that is deposited in intrauterine layer. After attainment of puberty, only when we take a cut section of the seminiferous tubule, you will see these 78 stages of development of spermatogenesis. Otherwise, only one layer it is present in the child. The function of Sertoli cell is provision of nutrition to the developing stages, various stages of this spermatogenesis, and the provision of androgen binding protein. or secretion of antigen binding protein by these cells. This cell contains a lot of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, other type of organelles. They are rich. It is rich in, as the secretion main function of this cell is provision of nutrition as well as the secretion of fluid in the lumen of seminiferous tubule as well as the androgen binding protein. Once the testosterone it is secreted by Leydig cells, it will deliver to the blood and it will deliver to this androgen binding protein through this blood supply. The androgen binding protein, the testosterone hormone, it is rich in this seminiferous tubular fluid. And this testosterone stimulates the spermatogenesis. We will see the regulation of spermatogenesis. Just for division purpose, the function of this Sertoli cell, main function is nursing this spermatogenesis, various stages of development of spermatogenesis, and androgen binding protein. During intrauterine life, it also secretes Mullerian inhibiting substance. Function of testis, one is the secretion of male sex hormone, that is testosterone, and gametogenesis, formation of male gametes, that is sperms. Here, these are the factories where the sperms they are formed. They are called as seminiferous tubules. In near about 300 compartments of this testis, we are having 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Near about 900 seminiferous tubules they are present in a single testis. Both testes will contain 1800 seminiferous tubules. At one time, only a part of seminiferous tubule it is manufacturing. Suppose this distal convoluted part it is forming the sperms, the rest of the part it will take rest. Not all the part of seminiferous tubule they are forming the sperms at a time. The rest of the part of the seminiferous tubule, suppose this apex it is forming, the base it is at rest. Here, this is the figure from our book. Spermatogonium, this is the basic germ cell at the basal lamina or the basement membrane. You can see the basic germ cell that is deposited in intrauterine life. After the attainment of puberty, due to the stimulation of the testosterone hormone, when another hormone is active in, the stages of development of spermatogenesis start. The process of formation of sperm starts. Primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, early spermatid, late spermatid. These are the stages. These are the nurse cells, Sertoli cells, the fibroblast cells. Beyond the basal lamina, you are having the interstitial cell or Leydig cells secreting the testosterone hormone that is readily delivered to these Sertoli cells by paracrine effect. Endocrine it is different, paracrine it is different, autocrine it is different. In the next lecture, I will ask you about this, what is meant by autocrine, what is meant by paracrine, what is meant by endocrine. What is the difference between these three terms, that is autocrine, endocrine and paracrine. Paracrine, once the hormone is delivered, it is readily delivered to the adjacent cell. Just like in neuromuscular junction, the nerve it is releasing acetylcholine and it is acting on the surface membrane of the muscle. Just like here, the Leydig cell it is secreting the testosterone hormone and it is acting upon the androgen binding protein. It is binding with the androgen binding protein and it is remaining in the lumen of seminiferous tubule and it is increasing the concentration of testosterone in this seminiferous tubule and it will provoke or stimulate the differentiation of this spermatogonium basic germ cell. This is paracrine. You will find out what is autocrine and what is endocrine with their examples. Endocrine system, you are learning about the endocrine system. Here, the stages of development of spermatogonium. These are the capillaries, and from here, the testosterone, which is released, it will go into the blood through this capillary, and through circulation, it will appear in your blood. And to the target organs, the testosterone will cause the desired changes. What we have seen, the changes in males, what happens due to the increased level of testosterone hormone. Before going towards the process of spermatogenesis, we'll see the certain silent features, characteristic features of the spermatogenesis. It begins at puberty, suppose at the age of 14 years in boys, continues throughout the life. You're about 80 years of age if the person remains alive, and it declines the rate of spermatogenesis, the secretion of testosterone, it declines after the age of near about 60 years, the spermatogenesis declines. Majority of spermatogonium undergoes mitotic division. This is the basic germ cell. One spermatogonium, it will form near about 64 spermatogonium, 32 spermatogonium by mitotic division, and one only undergo differentiation. Other 31 they are kept as a pool, reserved pool for the further spermatogenesis. They are forming more and more spermatogonium by mitotic division. They are keeping towards the basal lamina level. Another only single out of this 32 undergoes the primary spermatocyte formation. That is the first stage of spermatogenesis. Lot of basal spermatogonium, basic germ cell or primitive germ cell, they are present in the basal lamina till the end of life. They never end. Minority, that is one cell out of this 32, 64 undergoes other 31, again they kept reserve pool, just like the division goes on, and the reserve pool is always kept for the further spermatogenesis by mitotic division. Each single spermatogonium, it forms near about 512 sperms. Daily there is a rate of formation of near about 300 million sperms they are formed in testes per day. Out of that, a single spermatogonium which is dividing to form near about 512 sperms through a single spermatogonium. From the base of this cell to the release of the sperms in the seminiferous tubule, lumen of seminiferous tubule, it takes near about 74 days. I have told you it occurs not in all parts of seminiferous tubule. One part is working, the rest of the part it is at rest. Whatever the spermatozoa, they are released in the lumen of seminiferous tubule, they are non-motile, they are not matured, and they are not having the capacity to penetrate the ovum or fertilize the egg. They got maturation in the epidermis, where they are stored for the period of about 1 month. They acquire motility in epidermis here. They get matured here, they acquire motility here, and they get capacity to penetrate the layers of egg and to fertilize the egg only in female genital tract, not in the epidermis or just after ejaculation. They get capacity to penetrate the ovum only in female genital tract. Here. Type A1 spermatogonium, this dark shaped cell which is attached to the basal lamina, basal layer of this, the outer layer of seminiferous tubule. Type A1 sperm, dark nucleus, stem nucleus. This is the basic germ cell that is deposited. A1 germ cell that is deposited in intra-atom layer. This germ cell give to the pale colored nucleus A2 type of spermatogonium. This spermatogonium further gives by mitotic division type B spermatogonium. This type B spermatogonium they further divide into this primary spermatocyte, secondary spermatocyte, spermatids, and these are the spermatozoa which are released in the lumen of tubule, seminiferous tubule, and the rest of the part which are discarded from the body of this oval shaped structure, it converted this elongated flagellar structure. The parts they get engulfed by this circular cell. Residual parts of this circular cell, they get engulfed or phagocytized by this circular cell. That is another function of this circular cell. Spermatogonium, daughter cell type A, divide mitotically to form type B, type A to type B. Near about 32 type B they are formed. They undergo increase in size of nucleus, that is primary spermatocyte, by the effect of growth hormone. Here, till here, the activin is the hormone that is activates the multiplication or proliferation of this daughter cell to primary spermatocyte. That is type A to type B, and type B multiplied near about 5 times to form 32 type B. 32 type B multiply mitotically to form 64 primary spermatocytes. First meiotic division starts here. In the prophase of first meiotic division, the primary spermatocyte, there is a chromatid duplication, and these will contain 4n number of chromosomes, not 2n. Duplication. They get separated by completion of first meiotic division, and each primary spermatocyte contains 128 primary spermatocytes they are formed, and 2n number of chromosomes. Second meiotic division, secondary spermatocytes they are formed. 256 they are formed, and each secondary spermatocyte contains 22X or 22Y. That is n number of chromosomes. Again, there is a mitotic division. Forget about this meiosis. 2 meiotic division and several mitotic divisions. Here, after the formation of secondary spermatocyte, 1 mitotic division, each secondary spermatocyte again further giving 2 type, 22X further divides to give 222X containing sperms. The 22Y further divides into 2, that is half number of chromosomes they are of 22Y, that is androsperm, they are called as androsperms, and 22X they are called as gymnosperm, that will going to form a gyno, that is female, and these Y androsperm they are forming the andro, that is a male, after the fertilization of egg, and these are the structures that are released in the lumen of seminiferous tubules. Up to this stage, till they are not released in the lumen of seminiferous tubule, the spermatids, here you can see these are the spermatids. Secondary spermatocyte, use spermatids. That is secondary spermatocyte containing haploid number of chromosomes 22X or 22Y. Further, they divide mitotically give to double number of chromosomes. That is double number of these spermatids. They are called as, before conversion to sperm, they are called as spermatids. These oval-shaped cells containing all the organelles. Whatever cell organelles nucleus along with other organelles, they are present in this circular shaped cell, and it get converted into this flagellar structure, that is a sperm. This oval shaped structure get converted into this tail structure, a structure having a tail, sperm, that is called as spermiogenesis, conversion of spermatid by morphological changes into a flagellar structure. It is called as spermiogenesis. Spermatogenesis is from basic germ cell, that is from the basal lamina to the formation of spermatid. That is the stages of spermatogenesis that are influenced by activin, that is proliferation or multiplication, growth, primary spermatocyte, it is larger than the basic germ cell, that is the effect of growth hormone, differentiation of primary spermatocyte to secondary spermatocyte to spermatid, and conversion to this spermatids to the sperms. It is called as spermiogenesis. Till spermatid, it is spermatogenesis, and the release of mature spermatozoa. Spermatozoa are non-motile, but they are fully formed. They are released in the lumen of seminiferous tubule from the The heads of sperms which are embedded are fixed in the Sertoli cell. They are once released from that surface of the Sertoli cell. It is the process of release of sperm from the head of the cell membrane of Sertoli cell. It is called as spermiation. Three terms: spermatogenesis, spermiogenesis, and spermiation. Release of sperm, conversion of oval structure to the flagella structure, that is spermiogenesis. The phagocytes have the residual bodies from the oval structure, that is by Sertoli cell. It is called as this is the function of Sertoli cell. Rest of the residual body, they are phagocytized by the Sertoli cell. Once the division starts, you can see the cell membranes of all the cells, they are joined with each other till the sperms they are released independently in the lumen of seminiferous tubule. These are by the connections. The tight junction in between these two cells, they are different, they will form blood distance barrier. The junctions in between these two cells, they are released by, suppose this cell will move in the upward direction by dissolving these junctions. Again, once it is moved in upward direction, another tight junction it is formed. There is a cytoplasmic bridges or connections in the cell membrane of these developing stages by various stages of developing stages of this spermatogenesis. They get separated, this sperm they get separated once they are released in the seminiferous tubule. Otherwise, this cell, various stages of development of spermatogenesis, they are attached, or there is a connection in between or there is a cytoplasmic bridges, or there is a connection in between the cytoplasm of these cells. They get separated once they are released in the seminiferous tubules. How the spermatid, the oval-shaped structure, it gets converted into spermatozoa. This structure with a flagellum or a tail. We have seen that secondary spermatocyte, it contains 22X or 22Y number of chromosomes, N number of chromosomes. It contains all the organelles. This is nucleus, this is Golgi apparatus, this is mitochondria, the centrioles, the microtubules, microfilaments, everything what you have learned, it will be present here. The nucleus will also contain DNA as well as RNA. Here we can see the change the change in the shape of these oval-shaped cells. The nucleus, it is moving towards the upper pole of this cell. The Golgi apparatus, here you can see the Golgi apparatus, this brown color, it is forming a cap surrounding this nucleus. It will cover near about anterior 2/3 part of this nucleus. There is a condensation of nucleus. The nucleus will be divided of the RNA. RNA, ribosomal RNA, the other types of RNA, the acidic RNA, it is lost. The nucleus will contain only the genetic material DNA. The basic, some part of basic RNA, it will be present. It will contain 99% of your DNA, genetic material, genetic information, surrounded by this acrosomal cap. This is plasma membrane. The cytoplasm, it is lost. Here you can see. The mitochondria, they are arranged around surrounding this microtubules, they are the tail of the sperm. The tail of sperm, it is formed by the centrioles. Here you can see the two centrioles. One centriole which remains in the neck, it will form the basal body. Here you can see this circular structure just be in the neck or funnel shaped part of this neck of the sperm. The distal centriole, it will move apart and it will form a tail. And the microtubules, they are arranged in the center. The distal and proximal centriole, they will move apart from each other, and the tail it is formed from mitochondria. Surrounding this middle piece of the sperms, you are having the mitochondria. The mitochondria, the purpose is formation of ATP, and ATP will provide energy for the flagellar movement. The swimming of sperm in the female genital tract. The sperms, they are fully motile once they are ejaculated from the epididymis. What parts they are lost? Is excess cytoplasm, a thin rim of cytoplasm which is present in this part. Otherwise, the rest part, the cytoplasm is lost. Other unnecessary organelles, they are also lost along with the cytoplasmic droplets, including the RNA. This acrosomal cap formed by Golgi apparatus, it contains digestive enzymes that will digest the layers of egg and help in the penetration of sperm in the egg. And the energy for the flagellar movement of the cell is provided by the ATP produced by the mitochondria present in the middle piece. Spermatozoa, the length is near about 65 to 55 or 70 micron long. It comprises falling parts, head, neck, and tail. Here, spermatid to spermatozoa, said cytoplasm with the rest of the unnecessary material that gets shed off and it is engulfed or phagocytized by the cell of the cell. This is the sperm from anterior view. You can see the head, it is oval in shape, but once you see from the side, it is a pinpointed. This here it is pinpointed, that helps in the penetration. The head size is 5 micron. Out of this 55 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5, 60, 65, 70 microns. You will have, this is the head, this is the neck, where you will see the proximal centriole. This is the middle piece, showing the mitochondria surrounding this cell. This is the principal piece, and this is the end piece, which we'll see the structures found in middle piece, principal piece, and the end piece of the tail of spermatozoa. Here you can see the cell membrane followed by the acrosomal cap containing digestive enzyme. The nucleus will contain the condensed DNA, centriole, the macrotubules from proximal to distal centriole, and the surrounding mitochondria. Here you can see when we take a cut section through the middle piece, you can see underneath the cell membrane, a thin rim of cytoplasm followed by mitochondria that is providing the ATP for the movement of flagellum. These are the coarse fibrils, the petal-shaped structures, microtubules. Underneath that, again, the pair of doublets of microtubules surrounding a single doublet of microtubules. The sliding of microtubules over each one another will provide a flagellar movement in the tail of the sperm that will help in the swimming of the sperm in female genital tract. This middle piece is presence of mitochondria. In the principal piece, you will see the coarse fibrils and the inner doublets of microtubules. There will be no mitochondria. In the end piece, you are having only the doublets of microtubules. This is the cut section at various levels of cells. Here, acrosomal cap, red colored. This blue colored condensed nucleus containing DNA, centriole, and these are the microtubules that are forming the tail. Maturation capacitation of spermatozoa. Rate of formation, it is near about 300 million per day. Maturation, role of epidermis, the non-motile, the sperms which are delivered in the lumen of seminiferous tubule, they are non-motile. They get matured, fully matured, and they become motile in the epidermis only after a stay of 1 month in epidermis. Role of seminal vesicle and prostatic fluid. in the maturation or capacitation. Capacitation is capacity to penetrate the ova. They get fully motile only after ejaculation. What are the contents or composition of seminal vesicle fluid and prostatic fluid we have seen in the last lecture? Seminal vesicle fluid contain fructose that will provide nutrition to the living spermatozoa. Prostatic fluid, it will contain the fibrogenase enzyme for the clotting and liquefaction of the semen in female genital tract. Role of female genital tract. The sperm swim faster than their ability in the female genital tract because we have seen the presence of prostaglandin in seminal vesicle fluid. That will cause the contraction of the uterine musculature, aspiration-like effect by the uterine contraction musculature, contraction of uterus, suckling-like effect, and they will swim faster than the ability. The rate of movement of sperms in female genital tract is 3 millimeter per hour. Sorry, 3 millimeter per minute, and they can reach to the fallopian tube near about in a half an hour, but they will take 1 to 10 hours. There are a lot of obstacles in the pathway of sperms. We'll see why they will require 10 hours. They have to remain for 10 hours. They remain alive in the female genital tract for 1 to 2 days. But the capacity to penetrate the sperm, it remains for near about 24 hours, and they have to spend near about 10 hours in female genital tract to get the capacity to penetrate the egg. What is meant by this capacitation? That is the loss of excess of body weight of sperms in the female genital tract, loss of excess cholesterol from the body of sperm, and it becomes lighter, and the capacity to penetrate the ovum by the sperm, it achieved in female genital tract only. Factors affecting spermatogenesis. We have seen the testes, they are freely hanging outside the body in the abdomen, in the groin. It means purpose is maintenance of body, the testis temperature 32 degrees Celsius. That is the ideal temperature required for spermatogenesis. In undescended testis, the person remains sterile. The testis should be descended up to 9 months of the intrauterine life. 8 months generally they get descended. Effect of temperature. If we immerse the testis daily for a hot water for about 45 days, the sterility is achieved. This term, I think you are familiar. That is undescended testis. Cryptorchidism, we'll see in the upcoming slides. Varicocele, we have seen the pambiniform plexus surrounding the testicular artery, which is supplying the testicles. If the walls of this they becomes incompetent, the condition is called as varicocele. Temperature regulation, it get disturbed. More temperature, spermatogenesis is affected, and the person becomes sterile. We see in coming last slides in the applied part, cryptorchidism and varicocele. Infectious diseases. In the near about 100 years back, the mumps, measles-like disease were there is the orchitis, that is inflammation of testes. Viruses, they will causes the sterility in males because of inflammation of septimus tubules. Lifestyle factors which are affecting the spermatogenesis and the age, we'll see in the next slide. Addictions, smoking, the hazardous substances which are present in smoke, mutagenic substances, in alcohol, they decrease the quality and quantity of the semen. And another, this is marijuana drug. This is again once the tight fitting jeans in the factory workers working together, standing for hours, generally they suffer from sterility. because the testes, once you wear a tight jeans, your testicles they remain attached to your body. The temperature it is raised for years together with tight jeans, then you are having the chances of having sterility because of the hampered spermatogenesis for a long time. Driving with tight fitted jeans, sitting or standing, this laptop on the thighs and working for hours together. The temperature of laptop and the increased temperature of your body and it will affect the temperature of testis and eventually the spermatogenesis it is affected. Choice of the underwear. Loose or tight fitting. Tight fitting will cause the hampering of spermatogenesis. Age. After the age of near about 40 years, the quality of the sperms and the semen it is affected by the decreasing level of testosterone hormone. Hormonal control of spermatogenesis. In the last lecture, in the last slide, we have seen this slide. Every endocrine gland in your body, it is controlled by your brain. Hypothalamus, pituitary, gonadal axis is there. We have learned the pituitary, it is the puberty, or the child get converted into adult or mature sex gland, sex organs through hypothalamus, pituitary, gonadal axis. Any other endocrine gland, you are learning in thyroid, adrenal, parathyroid, they are controlled by hypothalamus, pituitary, and target organ. Please mute yourself. I'm getting noise from your side. Though you are learning from your home, you have to behave like you are in the classroom. Hormonal control of spermatogenesis. Hypothalamus, it is a master of this master gland, that is the pituitary gland. It is hypothalamus,
So your voice is cracking.
Yes, voice is cracking. Is it okay? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir, yes.
Hypothalamus, it is a master of this master endocrine gland. Hypothalamus, it is a part of your brain. Diencephalon. The neurons, the arcuate and preoptic nucleus of this hypothalamus, they are releasing gonadotropic releasing hormone. They act on the gonadotropes in the anterior pituitary. You have learned the hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal system. Whatever GnRH it is secreted through this portal blood vessel, it will reach up to anterior pituitary. This GnRH acts on gonadotropes of the anterior pituitary, and these gonadotropes of anterior pituitary release gonadotropins. The gonadotropins are acting on gonads. Gonadotropins are FSH and LH, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulator. FSH acting on the seminiferous tubules for the spermatogenesis. LH, it is acting on the Leydig cells which are present surrounding the seminiferous tubule, interstitial space. Luteinizing hormone, it stimulates the secretion of testosterone hormone. I have told you that by just removing to the adjacent, and it will bind to the androgen binding protein secreted by Sertoli cell, that is paracrine effect, and the level of concentration of testosterone in the seminiferous tubule it is high by this paracrine effect. It is not achieved though we give lot of testosterone externally to a male, it is of no use because this concentration that is achieved by paracrine effect just secreted here, and it is acting on the adjacent cell, Sertoli cell, binding to the androgen binding protein, and it is present in a lot of concentration in seminal fluid. This concentration, it is not achieved by exogenous supply. Once the testosterone, the male, it is having testosterone deficit, though externally we supply a lot of billions of tons of testosterone, it is of no use, because the desired concentration in seminiferous tubule for spermatogenesis, it is achieved only through this paracrine effect, not by exogenous supply. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. This FSH stimulate the Sertoli cell to secrete one hormone. Three hormones they are secreted by Sertoli cells. One is activin, another one is inhibin. Here you can see the inhibin. Another one is activin, and in intrauterine life, Mullerian inhibiting substance. The role of MIS, Mullerian inhibiting substance, we have seen in the first lecture. Activin activates the proliferation or the multiplication of the basal spermatogonia, first stage of the multiplication of spermatogenesis, activin. Further, the differentiation from primary spermatocyte to secondary spermatocyte, or the growth of the basal germ cell to primary spermatocyte, it is by through growth hormone. Primary to secondary to spermatid, spermatid to spermatozoa, it is by the high concentration of testosterone hormone. Everything, the regulation of spermatogenesis is by the levels of hormones in your blood, or the levels or the number of sperms formed daily. It is also regulated by the concentration of follicle stimulating hormone, the concentration of luteinizing hormone, the concentration of testosterone, the concentration of inhibin in your blood. Once the sufficient amount daily formation of sperms it is achieved, the Sertoli cell it secrete hormone inhibin, and that is inhibiting the anterior pituitary for the further release of gonadotropin, FSH-LH. It is inhibited. Testosterone, it is directly inhibiting after the desired level of testosterone in the blood. It is directly inhibiting hypothalamus and gonadotropin releasing hormone through negative feedback. Negative feedback and positive feedback you all learned in the first lecture of physiology. Homeostasis, the level of concentration of hormone, it is kept constant in your blood by negative feedback. Likewise, the testosterone concentration, it is also kept constant by negative feedback over the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary by regulating the secretion of this LH and FSH hormone. The regulation of formation of sperms per day by FSH, regulation of secretion of hormone testosterone by negative feedback. Sertoli cell also helps by secreting inhibin and inhibiting the anterior pituitary for release of these two hormones, FSH, LH. The Sertoli cell also secrete estrogen in small amounts. Estrogen, though it is a female hormone, feminine hormone, it is in very less amounts in male secreted by the testes, that is Sertoli cell. In some organs like liver, skin, brain, in males, it is also get converted, testosterone get converted by aromatization into estrogen, by presence of aromatase enzyme. This enzyme aromatase, it is present in Sertoli cells also. By aromatization of testosterone, it get converted into estrogen. Very small amount of estrogen, it is present in males also. Suppose 100% in females, 10% in males. Composition of semen. Semen, it is a fluid ejaculated at the time of male sexual act. The volume ejaculated 2.2 to 5 ml. Appearance, it is milky because of prostatic fluid. Specific gravity 1.028. pH is 7.5. You know it is alkaline. Why it is alkaline? To neutralize the acidic urine which is present in urethra, remnants, as well as to neutralize the vaginal acidity. Vaginal acidity, it is 2 to 3, and it will bring the vaginal acidity. Try to neutralize the vaginal acidity to 6.5. Nature of semen, liquid when ejaculated. It is liquid when ejaculated, and it forms a coagulum when it is deposited in the deep vagina during sexual act. It get coagulated. Just after ejaculation, it is liquid in nature, but after a minute, it get formation of thickness is there because of the fibrinogen which is present in seminal vesicle fluid, and the enzyme for conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin, it is present in prostatic fluid. After some time, after a 10 minute, it again get liquefied to have a free movement of sperms in the female genital tract, and the liquefaction also occurs by the presence of fibrinolysin or plasmin, which is present in the prostatic fluid. Constituents of semen, how it is formed? 9% spermatozoa. Out of 100%, 9%. The spermatozoa 200 million per ml. And the speed of spermatozoa 3 mm per minute in female genital tract. It is near about normal sperm count is 150 to 200 million per ml. If it is less than 20 million, the person is sterile. Though 20 million they are present, the person is not able to form or to reproduce because of very less count. Less than 80 million it is count, it is labeled as oligospermia. Seminal fluid, 60% contribution. We have learned in the last lecture, that is seminal vesicle, they contribute 60%. And they will provide nutrition to the sperm by presence of fructose, and the prostaglandin causes the contraction of uterine musculature. Prostatic fluid 30%, they will contain fibrogenase and fibrinolysin. And bulbourethral gland, P-shaped structure at the base of penis 1%, and they will lubricate the urethra and the gland penis before ejaculation. Endocrine function of testes, that is the secretion of hormones. Leydig cell secretes testosterone hormone. Sertoli cell secrete, we have seen in the last slide, inhibin, activin, that will start the multiplication of spermatogonia. Basilia, inhibin, inhibit the FSHLH from anterior pituitary, and a small amount, very small amount of estrogen by Sertoli cells. These are the hormones formed by testes, and the maximum hormone form is androgen, that is testosterone, 4 to 9 milligram per day in adult testes. The concentration 0.65%. 98% of testosterone is bound, 68% to albumin and 30% to globulin, and 2% which is free will give effect. What is the appearance, secondary sexual characteristics? From a distance, we can distinguish a male and a female by the effect on the target organs. Androstenedione, that is a precursor of estrogen. From testosterone and androstenedione, the estrogen it is formed by aromatization, by the presence of the enzyme aromatization. These are the two derivatives, testosterone and androstenedione, from which the estrogen is formed. The target organs, just like the external genital organs and skin and the reproductive organ, external reproductive organs in males, and the skin, dihydrotestosterone, where the 5-alpha reductase enzyme it is presented, where the testosterone it is converted into dihydrotestosterone, and the desired external appearance of a male it is achieved. 20% form in the testes by the presence of 5-alpha reductase enzyme in the Sertoli cell, 80% in the peripheral target tissue. We'll see the target tissues are skin in males and the external genital organs. Here are the plasma levels of testosterone and the sperm production throughout the life in male. We have seen that the testosterone hormone it is secreted in intrauterine life, fetal life. First trimester, second trimester, third trimester. First 3 months, second 3 months, third 3 months, total 9 months. In the second trimester, you are having highest peak level of testosterone, where the external genital organs, they are formed in males. Here about 8 weeks of intrauterine life and 16 weeks of intrauterine life. The Leydig cells occupies near about half volume of testes. After the childbirth, after just before birth, the level drops to 0. Between 0 to 1 year of life, activation of HPG axis, hypothalamus pituitary gonadal axis, the cause it is unknown, but again it is elevated. After 1 year of life to beginning of puberty, it is 0. Literally you can see the testosterone levels, they are 0. After 12 years to 13 years in male, puberty changes starts and the level of testosterone rising. Here you can see the 5 nanogram per ml. It can reach up to 9 nanogram per ml. Here, till the age of near about 50 years, it is the sperm production. It is 100%. 60 years, 50 years, it is 100%. And the testosterone starts levels of testosterone. And after the age of 80 years, you can see near about 90 years, the sperm production testosterone level they fall below 50%. Synthesis of testosterone from cholesterol, whatever cholesterol which is present in our body by presence of the enzymes converted into pregnenolone, progesterone. Progesterone, it is the intermediate product in the formation of testosterone and estrogen. Estrogen, it is formed by these two products, androstenedione and testosterone. Direct aromatization. Aromatase enzyme, it is present, testosterone, androstenedione get converted into estrogen. Progesterone, it is intermediate product. Another female hormone, it is intermediate product in the formation of testosterone as well as estrogen. Estrogen, it is derived from testosterone and this intermediate product before androstenedione. All the sex hormones, steroids, they are derived from cholesterol. Steroid hormones, all of you learn, I think, the adrenal cortex hormone, cortisol, the mineralocorticoid, they are of steroid type. The mechanism of action of the hormone, here we'll see in the upcoming slide. The testosterone degradation and excretion. Once it appears in the circulation, it get degraded, it get fixed to the target organ or get degraded in liver. Fats of testosterone, it may get converted into dihydrotestosterone in the skin of male or the male reproductive tract. Penis or the target organs, external genital organs which have to develop. Estrogen by aromatization, it get converted into brain, liver or memory tissue in male. 17 ketosteroid, it is a byproduct or a degradation product. It is formed in liver. It get conjugated in liver with glucuronic acid and excreted in bile and urine. Functions of testosterone. In uterine life, we have seen the genital differentiation. Internal genital organs, they are formed by Wolffian duct, by testosterone hormone. External genital organs formed from common analgen by dihydrotestosterone. The high concentration of testosterone in intrauterine life helps in the descent of testes. Testes, they are formed in the lumbar region and they descend in the testes on the 8th month of intrauterine life. The fetus delivered with descended testes by the desired concentration of testosterone only. At 8th month, if the concentration of testosterone is not sufficient, they remain undescended. External genital organs at puberty, if functions of androgens at puberty. These are the functions in intrauterine life. At puberty, The development of external genital organs, the increase in size of scrotum, size of testes, size of penis, the appearance of the hairs, pubic hairs, axillary hairs, the muscle. That is the androgen from adrenal androgen. Effect of accessory sex gland, development of glands, seminal vesicle, the start secretion, prostate, start secretion, bulbourethral gland, start its secretion. Development of male secondary sexual characteristics, we have learned what are they. All over the body, you are having hair, mustache, beard, hair loss, temporal hair loss, voice become deep, low pitch, high muscle mass, shoulders they are broad, pelvic girdle it is narrow, changes in skin that is the skin it is thick and dark. Aggressive behavior in males and attraction towards the female, it is because of testosterone hormone. Testosterone is anabolic growth promoting hormone. Anabolic nitrogen retention. Lot of muscle mass it is achieved by nitrogen retention. Generally, the bodybuilders they take external testosterone for that is the misuse of testosterone in athletes for the developing muscles. Bone growth, linear growth as well as the thickness of bones, strongness of bone, it increased by the anabolic effect of testosterone hormone. Early fusion of growth hormone, the epiphysis with metaphysis occurs, and the thickness and early growth along with the help of growth hormone, somatostatin, the linear or the height spurts, growth of linear bones occurs along with the strength of bones it increases by increased deposition of minerals, phosphates, calcium on the bones by the testosterone hormone. Pelvic girdle, it is funnel shape in males. There is a change in pelvis in males and females by testosterone hormone. BMR is more because of more muscle mass. Water electrolyte retention in male's body, it is because it is a steroid. It is helps in the retention of electrolyte. Functions of androgens in adults, hairs. With the increasing age, increasing hair loss. In old age, literally no hairs they are present on the scalp because of the testosterone effect in the end of life. Psychology, male psychology it is maintained. Bone strongness, bone thickness it is maintained by the sufficient testosterone levels in adult life. Spermatogenesis, we have seen the paracrine effect by Leydig cells on the androgen binding protein. Sufficient RBC count more than the female hematopoiesis by stimulating erythropoietin directly. Effect on circulating and stored fat. This is most important. Testosterone is increasing bad cholesterol in males' body. Males they are having more heart attacks than females because of coronary artery disease. Increased level of LDL in male because of excess testosterone. It increases the LDL, bad cholesterol. Estrogen, it is increasing good cholesterol, HDL. That is the effect of estrogen, effect of androgen testosterone. It is increasing bad cholesterol in your body. It is storing fat in the abdomen. Generally, belly it is present in males because of the testosterone hormone. It stores the fat in the abdominal cavity, peritoneal cavity. In females, the fat it stores in buttocks, in the thighs, and in the breast, in these parts. But in males, the fat maximum deposition on the face and in the belly. Gonadotropin secretion, that is the FSH-LH, it is also maintained normal by negative feedback mechanism by the sufficient levels of testosterone. Mode of action of androgen in steroid hormone. As a steroid, it is lipid soluble cell membrane. It will move freely from the external environment, outside cell to inside cell. Once the testosterone it appears inside the cell. Here you can, this is the nucleus. Here you can see what is the moving is the DNA strand. Nucleus, and this is cytoplasm, and this is a cell on which the testosterone it is acting. Once the testosterone comes from circulation inside the cell, target cell, it will receptor, it is present in the cytoplasm. It will form a hormone receptor complex, testosterone receptor complex. This complex will move inside the nucleus and it will increase the rate of transcription. And desired protein synthesis, it is achieved, and the desired changes in the target cell are also achieved. Dihydrotestosterone, the target organ is skin and the reproductive organs, external genital organs. Desired changes in skin, desired changes in reproductive organs is by conversion to 5-alpha reductase in target cell. 10% it is direct testosterone effect on the target cell. Here again the same hormonal control of testosterone secretion. It is by direct negative feedback over hypothalamus and anterior pituitary, and through the inhibin or estrogen also inhibiting the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary secreted by Sertoli cells. Here, Ledexel, testosterone directly inhibiting anterior pituitary and hypothalamus, and follicle stimulating hormone. The Sertoli cells in seminiferous tubule by secreting inhibin. It is inhibiting FSH to maintain the level of testosterone in your blood. Applied aspect, undescended testes, cryptorchidism, varicocele, extirpation and vasectomy. Cryptorchidism, we'll see. Once the sufficient amount of testosterone it is not secreted in intrauterine life, the testes remain undescended. Various sites of undescended testes from lumbar region to iliac fossa, it may be present in inguinal canal or upper part of scrotum. Till 8 months, the testes should be descended in intrauterine life. If they remain undescended, the core temperature of your body, the temperature of your abdominal cavity is 37 degrees Celsius. The person becomes sterile because of the undescended testes. The treatment option, once it is noticed after childbirth, we can give externally testosterone hormone that will help in the descent of testes, or we can externally supply luteinizing hormone for the secretion of testosterone hormone from Leydig cell of the newborn fetus. That will also help in the descent of testes, or the surgical correction. Generally, 2% of undescended testes till attainment of puberty they descend. 0.3% which are undescended, after 1 to 2 years of the childbirth, we have to correct them surgically. Varicocele, varicose veins around testicles. Here we have seen that the testicular artery, it is surrounded by a pampiniform plexus formed by a network of veins draining these testicles. That is again the rule of temperature regulation. The temperature of blood of testicular artery is higher, and the blood which is draining towards the away from the testes towards the inferior vena cava, it is cold because it is exposed to the external temperature. There is a heat exchange in between the temperature of blood, testicular artery, and the vein, and the temperature of blood which is delivered to testes, it is normal to 32 degrees Celsius. If there is a wall incompetence of these veins, it is called as varicocele. Varicose veins, you have learned in the anatomy. This is varicocele. It is incompetency of walls in these plexus. The temperature exchange it is hampered, and the blood which is supplied to these testes, it is at higher temperature, and the spermatogenesis get hampered. It is again a cause of sterility in males. Here we are familiar about the hijras. We have learned these terms, hijras or incus. In India, hermaphroditism it is different thing. Learn some males, if they are born with defective testes, the genetic composition is XY, but the testes are useless. Then the feminization is there. What happens if the testes they are removed before puberty in a child? Though the male child, it is having genetic composition of XY normal, but the testes they are removed after childbirth. Permanent sterility is there. The child can't reproduce because of no sperms. Permanent sterility. Underdeveloped external and internal genital organs. The penis remains as a small boy throughout the life because of no testosterone, no testis, no testosterone. External, internal genital organs, that is the duct as well as the glands, seminal vesicle gland, prostate gland, they also remain just like a P-shape or atrophied glands. Poor secondary sexual characteristics. The feminization is there. The production of hijras in India, the community, the number of millions of hijras that are present, the community exists. Some are hermaphrodite and some are created by abducting the child. By removing their testes in early childhood, the hijras they are produced. Voice remains childlike, high pitch just like in girls. Poor hair on body just like hairs on the girl's body. Muscle mass and shoulder girdle pure just like females. Female-like configuration and the deposition of fat as no testosterone hormone will be. The gynecomastia is there. The development of breast and deposition of fat in buttocks and thighs. Abnormal bone growth, increase in height is more because of the fusion with epiphysis with metaphysis is delayed, but the bones are not strong because of no testosterone, less testosterone. Thickness, it is decreased. After puberty, if they are removed after puberty, whatever the secondary sexual character, appearance of braid, mustache, they will not disappear. Muscle mass that is appeared, it will not disappear. Or the once the penis get developed, it remains developed. Size remains same. After the puberty, sterility is achieved, but as no sperms, no testosterone. Developed external genital and secondary sexual characteristics they are written. Internal genital organs, atrophy of the seminal vesicle gland, prostate gland that contribute near about 90%. 60% by seminal vesicle, 30% by prostatic gland, and 1% by bulbourethral gland, 90% spermatozoa. 9% spermatozoa, though they are absent, 91% these glands contributing, they get flourish under the influence of testosterone hormone. If there is no testosterone, the gland get atrophied and there will be no ejaculation. Once it is developed, the larynx get developed, vocal cord get thickened by the effect of testosterone hormone, the voice remains adult-like. Muscle mass, shoulder girdle, it is retained. No affection of lifespan or intelligence. Intelligence, it is not affected, though there is a abnormality, hormonal abnormality. So it is intrauterine life or after the life, after the birth. Only the mental intelligence, mental retardation, it is seen in extra chromosome or chromosomal abnormality. Absence of one chromosome or monosomy or trisomy, what we have learned in the first lecture. Vasectomy, it is a permanent method of sterilization in males. Here, at the base of this scrotum, the spermatocord it is identified, incision it is taken, the vas deferens it is identified, a 2 centimeter piece of vas deferens it is removed. These two cut ends of vas deferens, they are sutured in opposite direction, so that in future they will not get attached with each other and recanalization occurs. So for this purpose, these two cut ends, they are sutured in opposite direction. How the sterility is achieved, though we doesn't remove the testes, the pathway of sperms to appear in the external, that is semen, it is prevented. It is blocked. The sperm will remain in epidermis, they will die in epidermis, and they will engulfed by the cells which lines epidermis, in seminiferous tubules. They will not appear. The impotency, the potency, erection it is maintained, and the fluid, semen it is also ejaculated. Semen, 90%, it is from prostatic fluid and seminal fluid. It appears, but it is devoid of sperms, because the sperm pathway it is removed here. Sperm doesn't appear, and the sterility is scheduled. For this purpose, we advise 1 month till the vas deferens seminal vesicle, that is the ampullary part of some vas deferens, it contains sperms. We advise 1 month condom use during male sexual act, after vasectomy also, because few sperm also they are able to again for complication, just like that is the pregnancy, responsible for pregnancy also. Therefore, after 1 month we do microscopic examination of the semen. If the sperms they are absent, then we label the person as a sterile. That is the method of permanent method of sterility after the completion of family to child. We advise in males the vasectomy. This is all about the male reproductive system.